Welcome to SuperCoach. Hope you guys are traveling well. Bit of a different video today. Last week did a bit of a video on the new rule changes, few different things happening in the SuperCoach world. So I just wanted to touch on a few players that I reckon might get some positions added alongside their name throughout the year. Some relevant ones. There's not too many, but just an overall discussion. I think it's quite interesting to see how this will impact. It's something new. We've seen it in AFL Fantasy quite a bit. But yeah, if you've got any questions for me, I'd love you to send them through. The versus video, sort of comparing a few different players in similar positions and vying for that spot, seem to be pretty popular. So if you've got a bit of a versus, him versus him that you'd like to see, feel free to put it in below. I know a few people already did that, so I'll look to write those down and hopefully smash that out for you guys soon. But yeah, look, how will this new change to the game sort of affect it? Well, not too much. I think it can only be positive, really. Like, we could get handed a dual position player throughout the season, which has been different to past years. Probably this time each and every year, you might be looking at, say, the forward line and be saying, oh, look, I think him, he'll be top 5, he'll be top 4, he's definitely in the top couple, he might be top 6, top 8. We sort of get an idea for what those top forwards might be. But we could have 4 extra options that are going to be premiums smashing into our forward line throughout the year. So you might be sitting after round 8 going, I reckon I've got 5 of the top 6 forwards. And then all of a sudden a midfielder who maybe has played a little bit forward somehow gets that forward status but is still scoring like a freak midfielder. All of a sudden you go, geez, I better get him into my side. So it's going to be quite interesting. I do think it's only going to be positive. It should give us more options throughout the year and will probably be a better reflection of what's actually going on. So, we definitely would have seen other seasons like Bailey Dale would have changed. Jack Zeeble would have been different. So, it'll be interesting. But I'd love to know your thoughts on who might be changing. But I've just got 6 or 7 names. I couldn't find many defenders that I thought would get any other real status. I couldn't find any. I mainly looked at the top end sort of relevant defenders, but couldn't find too many that I felt would get midfield status that didn't already. But there might be a few that you can scroll down and find. But definitely in the midfield, I think Dane Zorko, I reckon he'll get forward status. Not sure how relevant he'll be as he sort of heads into the twilight of his career, but he was pretty handy last year as a forward. Nat Fyfe, could he play a few more minutes in the forward line? Wouldn't it be crazy halfway through the year if Fyfey was available as a forward? And what'll be interesting is you might see a portion of the season, the guy, maybe they're coming back from an injury or things shuffle around in a team and they get forward status, but then in a few weeks it's like, hang on, they're available as a forward, but they're going to be playing in the guts. So that'll be interesting because I don't think they're going to take it away. Once the dual position is there, it's there to stay. Paddy Dangerfield is the big one. I'm seeing a lot of people sort of saying we might just wait till he receives dual position status because you'd think it's likely, but then again, it's hard to guess. I wouldn't change the way you think about your team on the back of, I'm going to wait till he gets dual position status, because we might have an idea of some players that have better chance to get it than others, but as to when they do it and how it affects the whole look of your side, I wouldn't read too much into it. Just play each ball as it comes, I think. Rowan Marshall in the ruck, I reckon him and Paddy Ryder will, share the load for the Saints, and I think he could get some forward status as well at one point. And then I've got 3 guys. Isaac Heaney, my love for this man, but he's a pure forward. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets more midfield time, gets dual position status. Zach Butters, the same can be said, and his teammate Connor Rosie. So there's just a few names that just sort of spitballing, throwing some ideas around. So if you've got a few guys that you reckon could receive dual position status, would love to hear that. But yeah, just a short, sharp little video to keep the content rolling today. Nothing too crazy. I might even film, I want to jump into the ruck, so I might even get the laptop out and do that now. Shorty's got a bit of time on his hands on a Monday afternoon, so yeah, might do that and post it throughout the week. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I'll catch you guys soon. Cheers.